Hello, and welcome to this lesson of inheritance of sex chromosomes. By the time you finish this video, you should be able to identify the chromosomes that determine sex, explain how sex is inherited from parents, use Punnett squares to predict outcomes. Let's get started. Sex chromosomes are the chromosomes that determine whether a baby will be male or female. Humans have one pair of sex chromosomes, and this pair decides biological sex. A female has two X chromosomes, written as XX. A male has one X chromosome and one Y chromosome, written as XY. Every human body cell contains 23 pairs of chromosomes, and one of these pairs is responsible for determining biological sex. The egg cell always carries an X chromosome because females only have X chromosomes to pass on. The sperm cell, however, can carry either an X chromosome or a Y chromosome because males produce both types of sperm. Some sperm carry X. Other sperm carry Y. When fertilization happens, one sperm joins with one egg. This combination determines the sex of the embryo. If an X-carrying sperm fertilizes the egg, the embryo will receive X from the mother and X from the father. This creates XX, which develops into a female embryo. If a Y-carrying sperm fertilizes the egg, the embryo will receive X from the mother and Y from the father. This creates XY, which develops into a male embryo. This is why the father plays the key role in determining sex. The mother always provides X. The father provides either X or Y, so the sperm cell is the deciding factor. Ever wonder why the chances of having a boy or a girl are almost exactly equal? It all comes down to genetics, specifically the inheritance of sex chromosomes, and we can clearly understand this using a Punnett square. A Punnett square is a simple diagram used to predict the possible genetic combinations offspring can inherit from their parents. First, let's examine the mother. The mother has the sex chromosomes XX. Because she has two X chromosomes, every egg cell she produces will always carry only an X chromosome. Now let's examine the father. The father has the sex chromosomes XY. This means his sperm cells can carry either X chromosome or Y chromosome. So the father can contribute one of two possibilities. Now, when fertilization occurs, one sperm joins with one egg. Let's combine these possibilities using the Punnett square. If the father's X sperm fertilizes the mother's X egg, the offspring will have XX. This results in a female child. If the father's Y sperm fertilizes the mother's X egg, the offspring will have XY. This results in a male child. When all possible combinations are shown in the Punnett square, there are two XX outcomes and two XY outcomes. Now that we understand how sex chromosomes combine, let's look at the probability of having a boy or a girl. Since sperm cells carry either X or Y in roughly equal numbers, there are two possible outcomes when fertilization occurs. If the combination is XX, the baby will be a girl. If the combination is XY, the baby will be a boy. Out of the four possible combinations shown, 2 result in girls and 2 result in boys. This gives a 50% chance of female and 50% chance of male. So each pregnancy is like an independent event, with the same equal probability every time. This is why the chances of having a boy or a girl are essentially a genetic coin flip. Let's dive into some exam-style practice questions. You can pause the video and try it yourself. For the first problem, a mother has genotype XX and a father has genotype XY. Use a Punnett square to show the possible sex of the offspring. The Punnett square gives XX, XY, XX, and XY. This results in a 1-to-1 ratio, meaning a 50% chance of a girl and a 50% chance of a boy. Next, a father produces sperm where half carry X and half carry Y. If he fertilizes an egg cell, what are the possible outcomes? The possible combinations are XX and XY. This means there is a 50% chance of a girl and a 50% chance of a boy. And for the last question, explain why the probability of having a girl does not increase after having 2 boys. Each fertilization event is independent. The mother always contributes an X chromosome, and the father contributes X or Y with equal chance each time. So the probability remains 50% for each sex.